Mr. Barger, any questions?
Just a couple, Your Honor. Ms. Swenson, were you aware of you were asked about some treatment that Mrs. Richards had in 2016. Were you aware she was in a motor vehicle accident in June of 2015?
No.
Were you aware that she was then in another motor vehicle accident on November of 2015?
Not that I can recall. If she mentioned it, they must have been small enough that it's not something I recall.
Okay. And you didn't perceive that she was having any continuing problems from any accident in April of 2017 until what? You were most recently contacted to give testimony in this case?
I know that she had been having, I know she'd been going to the chiropractor and that she had been having a lot of neck pain and other things. I do know that she has struggled more recently. Our last trip to New York, which was after this 2017 accident, she wasn't as willing to do things like play piano. We went to an exhibit that was a Hal Prince exhibit, he was a producer and director, and there was a piano there. And I remember that I was again being like, hey, Holly, play piano. And she wasn't as willing. She didn't go and play the piano. And I remember feeling like it was weird, but she didn't. I just thought maybe it was that she was tired or something else. I remember at the time thinking, well, it was weird, but I thought, okay, maybe she was just shy because it was a theater critics conference. So at the time I thought maybe she just doesn't want to play in front of the theater critics. But that was after the accident. And I just remember after the accident, she was a lot more shy about things, but I never really knew why. And again, she never talked about her injuries. So.
And then most recently, she's been addressing other issues with her apparently bilateral lower limb fractures. Is that right?
Yeah, the fractures that she got and that she told us about after they had happened. Yeah.
Okay. Did she ever talk to you about anyone making recommendations of seeing somebody other than a chiropractor or her primary care physician and maybe a specialist?
No, but like I honestly don't talk to her about any of my doctors either. So.
Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have. Thank you, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Ms. Swenson.
Mr. Voorhees, do you have any additional questions?
I do not, Your Honor.
Are there any questions from the jurors? If so, please raise your hand. Let me know you need to write a question. I'm not seeing any hands. All right, Ms. Swenson, you may disconnect and you can just hit the red button with an X at the bottom of your screen to disconnect.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.